On our first trip to Uganda, we had the privilege to serve the Ugandan people, and I definitely left a piece of my heart there.
In June 2006, business executives Charlie and Suzette Schaefer took a trip to Uganda. What they experienced through the lives of the people they met there changed the course of their futures. As they made friends with the Ugandan people and saw their needs, the Schaefers were filled with compassion, and they realized they had resources to make a difference. The Schaefers wanted to help these impoverished people break out of their hopeless pattern of life. The solution they created is called Acres for Life.
So many of the people abandon their land and they go in to these slum cities just to find food, to find water, take care of their children, and they've left their birthright land behind. Why? Because they had no idea what to do with it. And Acres for Life will serve a couple of purposes. One, to be able to feed children, communities, but also to be able to provide a way in which Ugandan people that have left their lands can now return to their land and now know what to do to be able to farm. And that is going to be passed down from generation to generation.
It's really an effort that we envision to come alongside of a people and not just constantly, month after month, give them support, but through years of support, being able to have them where they're actually able to sustain themselves.
Acres for Life is an organization which buys land in Uganda and turns it into farmland to cultivate. The organization supplies the people, supports them, and teaches them how to farm the land so that they can sustain themselves through growing their own food. In turn, this food can then also be used to meet the needs of the community as a whole. As relationships of working together are built, an environment of hope for the future is created.
We can provide that hope through a trade like farming and taking that into different parts of Uganda and really instilling in them a sense of pride and hope.
Our ultimate goal will be really to have on each acre as much of a true sustainable food source that will produce as much of a healthy staple for these children and their families, whatever that is, whether it's beans or
corn and
really will be the most nutritious and that we can really get the most out of.
We're going to go to Uganda, get land, get the seed, and we're going to plant.
In November 2006, much to the Schaefers' joy, the first plot of land was purchased for the people of Uganda. In close proximity to an orphanage, the farm would become a great source of nutrition and education for the children.
The land is fabulous. It's lakefront, but it's also contiguous to the orphanage and the school there, so we look forward to seeing what we can harvest there and raise, from cattle crops to also food crops.
You know, through feeding, you're able to take down walls and show people compassion.
The land was successfully cultivated and bumper crops have since been harvested. The surrounding community has also greatly benefited from the surplus, with bags of food being delivered to needy families.
We have something for you.
The need is so big, but we thank you for this, which you have done today.
Acres for Life is not only a testament of compassion, but also an opportunity for those who wish to become actively involved in helping the impoverished people of Uganda. The challenge of Acres for Life continues to be, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.